Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to deal with the numerical on electric field. As we have already dealt with what is electric field in our previous class, in continuation with that, the question is 4 charges plus Q and minus Q are placed respectively at the 4 corners A, B, C, D of a square of side A. These are the sides A, B, C, D. Now you have got plus Q, minus Q placed at the corners of a square. Calculate the electric field at the center of the square. We need to find out at the center O. Right? Now suppose this is the center O. Now before proceeding on with the numerical, as you know that these are the diagonals, AC and DB are the diagonals, and according to the property of a square, we know that diagonals of a square bisect each other at right angles. Okay, so as they are bisecting each other, let me suppose that AO is equals to R, BO is equals to R, this is also R, this is also R. Okay, now we need to determine the electric field at the center O. That means I can suppose that a charge Q is placed at O. Now the electric field due to the charge that is already present at A on the charge at O, as both would be positive charges, hence there would be a repulsive force. So the electric field due to that would be along AO. Right? So similarly, the electric field due to the charge at B would be along this direction. So this would be EA, this would be EB. Right? Electric field due to charge at C is a negative charge, and here I have got a positive charge. So there would be an attractive force. The test charge would be attracted towards Q. So the electric field due to the charge at minus Q would be along this direction. So I can suppose that this to be EC. Similarly, since this is also a negative charge, so the electric field due to charge at D, again there would be an attractive force. So the electric field will be along this direction, that is ED. Now I have marked the direction. Now we have got EB and ED along the same direction, that is OD, and EA and EC along the same direction, that is OC. Now I'll find out the magnitude of the electric field. Now electric field, since the magnitudes of these charges would be the same, because the distance is, all the charges are placed at the vertices of the square, and also the distances from the test charge, they are the same. Hence the magnitudes of the electric field would be the same. So electric field EA would be equals to the electric field EB would be equals to the electric field at C will be equals to the electric field at D. That is, the magnitudes would be the same. Now applying the formula of electric field, you know that electric field is equals to KQ by R square. So it would be KQ by, if I suppose the electric field due to charge at A, it would be KQ by R square. Right? Because the distance is R. Now first I'll find out R also, as we know that it is a right angle triangle, diagonals bisect each other at right angles. So I can suppose that in a triangle, AOB, I can write that AB square is equals to AO square plus OB square. That is, AB square is A square is equals to R square plus R square, or A square is equals to 2R square. Right? So implies R would be equals to A by root 2. Right? So I can replace this by KQ by r square. If I suppose r square, it would be a square by 2. A square by 2. So it would be 2kq by a square. Right. Now, the net field as EB and ED are along the same directions. They act along the same direction. So the resultant field, now I'll write it, I'll divide this. As EB and ED act along the same directions, therefore the net field, E1, I'm supposing it to be E1 would be equals to EB plus ED, right? It would be EB plus ED, which would be equals to EB and ED all are equal, so it would be 2kq by a square plus 2kq by a square, right? Which would be equals to 4kq by a square, right? Am I clear? Similarly, the resultant field as EA and EC. Now, what is the direction of E1? The direction of E1 would be along OD. It is along OD. Okay. Now, as EA and EC act along same direction, therefore net field E2 is equals to, now they are EA and EC, so I'll have EA plus EC, which would be equals to 2kq by a square plus 2kq by a square, which is again 4kq by a square. That's along, what's the direction here? The direction is along OC. Okay, the direction would be along OC. Now, as the direction of the net field E1 and E2, they are not acting along the same direction. So now I'll find out the resultant field due to E1 and E2. To find out the resultant field due to E1 and E2, we'll apply the parallelogram law. So, the resultant field due to E1 and E2. Due to E1 and E2, let me suppose it to be E. Now for that, we'll apply the parallelogram law. Applying the parallelogram law, I'll get under root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos theta. Now what's the angle between EA and E1 and E2? The angle between them would be 90 degree. That is cos 90 degree. Which would be equals to, now E1 square plus E2 square. Now since you can see that the magnitude of E1 is equals to the magnitude of E2. Now magnitude of E1 is equals to magnitude of E2, which is equals to 4kq by a square. Now I'll substitute that. That is E is equals to under root of 4k cube by a square plus that that square into 4k cube by a square the whole square plus cos 90. Cos 90, children, it is 0. So multiply this term multiplied by that would become 0. Okay. So what would the result be now? It would be as we solve it, what do we get? E would be equals to 16. It would be 4 root 2 k cube by a square. Yes, it would be E is equals to 4 root 2 k cube by a square. Moving on to the next topic, what is an electric dipole? Now, as children, already you know the split this dipole into two words, di plus pole. Di means two poles. Now here, what does two poles means? Here, poles are acting as the charges. So, electric dipole is plus q and minus q separated by a small distance between them is termed as an electric dipole. Now, this short small distance between the two charges is taken as 2a. It doesn't mean that it is 2 multiplied by a. It is just for the sake of simplicity and for further derivations to come. If we take it as 2a, the derivation becomes simpler. That's the reason we take the distance between the two charges as 2a. Otherwise, we can take it as a also. Okay. So, what is a dipole? Dipole is two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance between them. So, what is an electric dipole? It is two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. Separated by a small distance is known as an electric dipole. Now, in continuation to this, you have got electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment. This is denoted by small p. The symbol is small p. Now, what is a dipole moment? As we know that electric dipole is the product of the magnitude of the two charges separated by a small distance between, it's the two charges separated by a small distance forms an electric dipole. So, electric dipole moment comes from this only. It is defined as, if I write the formula, it is defined as the product of the magnitude of either of the charge. That is, either charge you can take either plus q or minus q. This is the product of magnitude of either charge with the separation between them. That is 2aq is the dipole moment. So, what is a dipole moment? Dipole moment is the product of, it's the product of the magnitude of, it's the product of the magnitude of either charge with the separation between them. Is known as a dipole moment. Now, this dipole moment, this is the definition. The dipole moment, it's a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Now, if it is a vector quantity, it would have a specific direction. the direction of this dipole moment is from negative to positive charge. It is from negative charge to the positive charge. Now comes the SI unit. The SI unit of dipole moment we can find out 2A is in meter and this is Q is in coulomb. So SI unit is coulomb meter. Children, cm only you will write. If I write it as m meter coulomb, what it is termed as? It is termed as millicoulomb. So you won't be using this notation. Okay, you won't be representing it by mc, you will be writing as cm because otherwise it would represent as millicoulomb. Okay, now what is the meaning of this dipole moment? It measures the strength of the dipole. What does it do? It measures the strength of the dipole. I hope you will have understood, children. Thank you.